Greetings viewers. This is the Masked Truther. Today I will be responding to TakeShotAction's video defending Mr. Repzion. Let us begin.
Usually, when I read posts, I'll usually take the moral and ethical high ground on why I think that something is right or wrong. But I'm basing this purely off my emotions here. And in order for you to understand why I'm taking this approach to making this video, and why I feel the way I do, you need to understand specifically what I'm speaking of here.
Race, you have said in many of your videos that you are a logical person, and that you use logic in your arguments. If that's true, then you should know that appealing to emotion is not a logical way to go about things. Yet here you are basing your video off your emotions.
Now, a lot of people are going around and they're saying that Daniel, Mr. Repzion, is like really bad or like Onision. To anyone that's going to say that Mr. Repzion is like Onision, you're going to basically lose my respect. You're talking about a guy who pushed his ex into a door frame, caused his ex to have a miscarriage, gets like girls who are underage over state line to marry them. You're talking about a really sick and fucked up, really messed up individual, and you're trying to relate them to someone who's like in his mid-20s, trying to work out his way in life, trying to work out why he exists.
While Mr. Repzion may not be entirely like Onision, they are still similar in several ways. Both of them are hypocritical, both of them censor criticism, and both of them are a bad influence on their fans. Yet you never seem to address any of this in your video. You've made rants in the past fighting against censorship, so why aren't you doing it now? He censored your friend I Must Destroy All, and yet you have shown zero issue with that. Are you afraid to bite the hand that feeds you?
I'm very easily relatable. Not only that, but I can really understand where people are coming from. When I hear Daniel, when I see his posts about suicide and depression, most of you don't know this, but you have to understand that I feel almost exactly the same way he does. Whether I want to admit that or not, I do. I understand a lot of what he says. And then most of my friends will sit there and they'll just talk badly about him, and it gets into my head a bit.
Maybe they wouldn't talk badly about him if he didn't censor them. Mr. Repzion has already censored I Must Destroy All, Vlog Rays, and many other people just for criticizing him. I Must Destroy All criticized Mr. Repzion, and was very civil about it, yet Daniel called him a backstabber. It's a lot like how Onision calls people haters when they criticize him. So once again, why aren't you fighting against censorship this time?
He may not be easy to talk to for some people, and some people need to, I guess, understand, like I did, that that's because he's had a long and hard past. And I too have had a long and hard past. For someone that's Mr. Repzion's age, for someone that's my age, we've had to live through a lot of shit, and I can pick that up instantly in him.
This sounds like the same argument made by Onision and Shane Dawson fans. Maybe Mr. Repzion did have a hard past, but that is still no excuse for his hypocrisy and censorship. If we were talking about a YouTuber you didn't like, you would never use their past as an excuse for such behavior. This makes your video very biased.
So, instead of maybe trying to go off at him, how about perhaps trying to help him? Because he's very young, and he's in a lot of pain.
I Must Destroy All did try to help him, and as a result, I Must Destroy All was blacklisted. Anyways viewers, this concludes my response to TakeShotAction. Hopefully, as someone who claims to be logical, he will be able to respond logically to this video.